In the desert area of New Mexico, a man appears who looks like an Englishman. His name is Thomas Jerome Newton, although in fact he is an alien creature who came from a distant planet. His home world is suffering from a catastrophic drought, and he came to Earth to find a way to deliver water home. He brought with him the knowledge and technology of his civilization. Using them, Newton begins to create inventions and patent them on Earth. To manage them, he hires an experienced lawyer, Oliver Farnsworth, who helps him organize a large company called World Enterprises Corporation. Very quickly, the corporation becomes a huge technological conglomerate, bringing in huge profits. Newton needs these funds to build a spaceship capable of delivering water to his planet. In parallel, he remains in New Mexico and meets a woman named Mary Lou. She works in a small hotel, lives alone, and tries to cope with everyday difficulties. Gradually, she begins to spend a lot of time with Newton, showing him the usual way of life for people: trips, entertainment, everyday habits. A relationship develops between them, and later they move into a house that Newton built near the place of his arrival. Meanwhile, Newton's corporation continues to expand. Nathan Bryce, a former professor who got a job as a technician associated with fuel research, comes to work there. He notices unusual behavior in Newton and begins to suspect that he is hiding something important. Bryce secretly installs an X-ray camera to test his guesses. When he takes a picture of Newton, it turns out that his appearance is just a mask hiding an alien essence. Gradually, the habits of Earth begin to affect Newton. He becomes addicted to alcohol and television, spending time endlessly watching multiple screens at once. This has a detrimental effect on his life and relationship with Mary Lou. At some point, he reveals his true nature to her. Having seen his true appearance, she cannot accept it and leaves. Despite the difficulties, Newton completes the construction of the spaceship. He is preparing for the first launch, which is monitored by the press and numerous interested structures. But shortly before the launch, he is stopped. Apparently, government services and competing corporations have been watching him for a long time. His business partner Farnsworth dies, and Newton himself is taken under control and isolated. He is imprisoned in specially created conditions of a luxurious, but effectively closed apartment, located inside a complex resembling a hotel. There he is under constant surveillance. Time passes, he is deprived of freedom, but they try to keep him in a state of dependence on alcohol. He is subjected to medical tests that destroy his human disguise. During one examination, the contact lenses that hide his real eyes become permanently fused to them, making it impossible to return to his former appearance. Many years later, everything changes. Mary Lou, who has grown old and changed a lot by this time, meets Newton again. Their conversation shows that the past is behind them, and their feelings have long since faded. After this, their paths diverge completely. Newton realizes that his prison is no longer guarded. The complex is abandoned, and he can leave. However, he is no longer able to return to his planet. His mission is not accomplished, and years of imprisonment and alcohol addiction have made him a prisoner of Earth. Over time, he tries to convey the message home in another way. He records an album of music, inside which are encoded messages intended for his family. Hoping that the signal will somehow reach his planet, he releases the recording. Decades pass. Nathan Bryce, who eventually married Mary Lou, accidentally buys a copy of the album and understands its meaning. He meets Newton at a restaurant. He has hardly changed in appearance over all these years and still looks young, but his life is subordinated to alcohol and hopelessness. Their meeting ends in nothing. Newton is left alone, unable to return home, unable to save his planet, and losing the opportunity to live a full life on Earth.